Hey guys, Tyler from Burly Man Gaming here. I know this is kind of later than I would have wanted to get this out here, but here's my thoughts, impressions, and reviews of Avengers Infinity War. I'm going to start with no spoilers, and I will definitely let you know before I get into spoilers. But overall, I thought it was a great film. I think it's, of the three Avengers films, I think it's the best one. Not to say knock the other two, but I personally liked it better than the Avengers 1 and Avengers Age of Ultron. So we finally really get Thanos, and I have to say, well done. They did the villain well. I was a little worried since you got snippets of him, a post-credit scene of him in Avengers, a little bit of him in Guardians of the Galaxy, and I think, what was it, Avengers Age of Ultron? There was another post-credit scene of him grabbing the Infinity Gauntlet. I was a little worried, but they did the character well. The length I found wasn't too bad. I've heard some people, since it's like, I think 2.5 hours, complain it's a little too long. I felt, I was kind of, when it ended, I was like, oh, I thought that we had another 10 minutes to go or something. So, yeah. Definitely, if you have not seen the movie, it's really hard to talk about without spoiling. So, spoilers. You've been warned if you watch from here on out. I like that Thanos' motivations for getting the Infinity Stone and wanting all the Infinity Stones and wanting to use them were great. Instead of it being, since we don't have a representation of the Marvel Cinematic Universe of Lady Death, that they used him wanting to create balance, like killing half the world's universe's population, and so that way we have more resources to be used for, because there'll be half as many people. It's an interesting motivation, and one I think that works really, really well. I was surprised with some of the characters' deaths. The ones I weren't surprised with were the ones like Loki. I saw that. I think we all knew Loki's time was coming ended. It was a nice scene that he tried to go out. Heimdall, yeah, I'm not surprised. I kind of wish they would have given us the status of Valkyrie and Korg, if they are dead or not, because we didn't see their bodies, and he only kills half the people whenever he goes somewhere to create balance. So it would have been interesting to know if those ones are coming back or not. Then the deaths down here of spoilers, when he eventually gets all the Infinity Stones, doing the flick of his wrist and killing half of everyone. Actually, before that, Gamora's death I thought was very, very interesting, and the play that he killed to get the Soul Stone, he had to kill her to give up something he loved to gain the Soul Stone, and killing Gamora. It was an interesting. I don't think she's coming back, but we'll have to wait and see. For the ones that he killed by the snap of using all the Infinity Stones, these ones are the ones I was shocked by. Like some of them, like Falcon and Bucky, not as surprising. But damn, the one that hit me hard, Spider-Man. I thought they weren't gonna kill him. Didn't think they'd kill him off. I thought he'd be one of the few characters that would survive. Killed him off. Doctor Strange. Killed off pretty much every one of the Guardians of the Galaxy team except for Rocket Raccoon. So Black Panther they killed off, which is kind of funny right now because the movie's still in theaters, and I think it's made up to $1 billion or something like that. So, wow. But remember, this film was shot like a year and a half ago. So they didn't know how much of a runaway success Black Panther was going to be. Sorry. Yeah. I thought all the characters, their interactions were very well done. You got the good old amounts of quips and how characters reacted well with each other. I think it would fit well. The one thing that did surprise me, and I'm surprised I didn't see coming, was a callback way back from, was it the third or fourth MCU film from Captain America, where Red Skull is back. Apparently it's not Hugo Weaving, because he's always stated he doesn't want to come back and do it. But they brought the Red Skull back. If they'll do anything with him, I don't know, but it was interesting, him being sucked out to space and being on the place to guard the Soul Stone. He can't really, not really guarding it, but watching it, the Soul Stone, not being able to grab it or do anything with it. It was interesting. But for those who are wondering, it's kind of interesting that all we have left, that we know we have left, is pretty much the original Avengers team. I'm going to say Hawkeye's alive because they didn't show him dying. And then I'm assuming Wong is still alive. And Ant-Man and the Wasp are still alive. And I heard stuff that Nick Fury wasn't in the movie, and I was actually surprised to him be there's only one post-credit scene. Him being in there and a call out to Captain Marvel, because I knew they said they were doing something for Captain Marvel in this film months and months ago. I heard that, so it was interesting. So we now, since that one, Ant-Man and the Wasp and Captain Marvel are our two movies in between the second Avengers 4, which I was wondering, since they dropped the Infinity War Part 1 and Part 2 moniker, if this was just going to end all in one film. And I would have thought that would have been too rushed, especially after seeing the film. So it's interesting to see where we're going to go here, who's going to die in the next film, and who's coming back. Are we going to get a Time Stone back? Time Stone to rewrite the soul, or all the people that died, did they get sucked into the Soul Stone? Who knows? We're gonna have to wait. Like, one of the things, scenes in the movie, they set up well. Well, I think they set up well. It is Stephen Strange, Doctor Strange saying, if it comes to protecting the Time Stone, to either save the stone, you, or the kid, which is Peter, Spider-Man, I'm protecting the stone. And in the end, he sacrifices the Time Stone to save Tony Stark. So it was interesting because they did in an earlier scene as well, saying, I looked through 14,605,000 or whatever the number was, possibilities, and there's only one that we won. We win. So it'd be interesting to see if this has something to do with it. I loved how at the end, after the post-credit scene, it says, as they usually say, this character will return in X movie. In this one, it was Thanos will return. So they're really still building up Thanos. And it's interesting to see how this will end up and who we're going to have after this, because we still have, I think, like 3 movies slated. We don't know who they are for. We know a Spider-Man sequel after Avengers, and that's about it that we know of. I know there's the Fox and Marvel deal. I don't think the full acquisition went over, but all the Marvel properties, I believe, are coming over. So it's interesting to see if now we can, with the however they end the next one, if they can use it in warp reality and now mutants are in it, or how they're going to do something, because it'd be interesting to see who we branch out. And I kind of love, I know I'm jumping all over the place, but that's how I do things, is at the beginning of the movie, they did kind of a callback to, is it the Infinity Gauntlet storyline? Or maybe Infinity War, I can't remember. Where, in this case, it's instead of the Silver Surfer crashing at Doctor Strange's place, it's Heimdall sends Bruce Banner back or back to Earth to warn everyone, and he gets hit at the Sanctum Sanctorum. So, interesting. I think the humor was done. They balanced the humor well enough in the film. Yeah. I think that's enough of me rambling. But let me know in the comments what you thought. Did you like it? Did you hate it? What were your thoughts? What were your best scenes? What was the most shocking death to you personally? And what do you think they're going to do next? It's been Tyler from Brother Man Gaming. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to both on our Twitch channel and our YouTube channel. See you later.